welcome back to my channel. I am Maitri, and today I'm going to bring to you one of my most favorite movies ever, which is Mirchi. And as you must have, at least few of you must have guessed it right. I'm wearing red because of the same reason. To be very honest, red describes the entire movie. The movie is red, both romantically and also in bloodshed. So, for all those people who love violence, yeah, this is a place to be. But it's not gonna be gruesome either for the people who have weak hearts. So you can definitely go ahead and watch it. You name it and it's there in the movie. Okay, you want violence? There, check. You want romance? Check. You want a little bit of comedy? Check. You want some eye candies? Check. Everything is check. Okay, and do I even have to talk about Anushka and Prabhas pairing? They are just such a cute couple. No matter how many movies they actually act in, they always look good together. And also, when ఇదేదో బాగుందే చెలి ఇదే నా ప్రేమంటే మరి you have to see the entire song. Okay, just type it out on Google, YouTube, and just look at the entire movie, guys. Prabhas being an eye candy, both of them together doing romance or whatever they were doing, but it's like romance in the sense it's not exactly romance, but then there are very subtle scenes in that very song. It's like one of the scenes is like she is just applying nail polish, and he comes, he just holds her foot on his hand. He places his foot under her feet, and he just starts applying nail polish on her toes. And that itself is, if I have to talk about it being, I don't know, if it was just a meme or something, it would have been called such a green flag guy. Yes, he was just that. And of course, we were in that age where being careless was the trend. So when that song comes up in the first 10 to 15 minutes, khol teri khidki, welcome cheputani life andariki, let's party right now, oh soniye, let's party right now. That song is a whole vibe, guys. You should actually listen to that. Actually, this whole movie has such a good music associated with it. You guys should listen to the music and also watch the movie. So yeah, by the way, I haven't come to the storyline yet, right? So there are two villages. There are two villages. One from which so the storyline. So basically, it's about two villages who are anti to each other, and when Prabha's father, he is actually the one who's keeping the peace, who doesn't attack from his like he's the head of this one village. Okay, one of the villages which are in conflict. So he makes sure that the peace is maintained and nobody gets hurt in that very process. So during that, there comes this one point where somehow peace is broken, and during that time, the hero, which is Prabhas, he is also involved in that very violence, and his father doesn't like it. He's like, the peace, all of the peace that I was trying to maintain, you've broken all of it, so please get out of this place. And the hero, with a lot of heavy heart, he actually leaves the place, and he wanted to know how the other side of the village was actually thinking and how that village was suffering as well. So he somehow gets close to one of the girls from that household, and then gets close to her brother, and then gets close to his family, like the anti-family and see how the dynamics actually work there, and how, it's all a game of how he actually fits in into that family, and also at the same time trying to protect his, while making changes in the family which is more violent. So basically, at the end of the movie, both the families live happily ever after. That's the conclusion. But it's very easily said. I just summarized it in like 2 to 3 sentences. But then when you watch the movie, you're always on the edge of your seat. You're like, okay, what next? Okay, what next? Okay, what next? What is the hero gonna do? How is he gonna do everything? How what's gonna happen to the two characters? What's gonna happen to the first heroine? What's gonna happen to the second heroine? Oh my god, your heart breaks. Everything. You are continuously in this emotional roller coaster where you're happy in 1 second and then sad in next, and then anxious in the other moment, and then you're like in peace the next. You're like, okay, thank god, now it's done. And by the end of the movie there comes another song, and then you're like, hey, yeah, that was much needed. So the whole movie is really nice. The comedy scenes, the fights, everything about this movie is so good, and I'm sure that anybody who's watching it for the first time would love it more than anybody else. Me watching it for more than 100 times. Okay, back when this movie released, we had a CD DVD player in my home, and that CD, I cannot play that CD anymore, guys. After a certain point, once you start using CDs, after a certain point, it just starts to, it doesn't play properly. The movie doesn't play properly. It just starts giving you those. I don't know what that's called. You know that, right? It starts replaying the same scene, and then it gets stuck at one scene like that. That keeps happening to that CD, even if I try to play it now. So yeah, it's that good of a movie, and trust me, you should watch it. Even if you didn't feel like watching it, अगर मैं इतने बार पूछ रही हूँ तो एक बार तो देख लो यार, you like it.